I spoke a little bit about this concept that I quite boldly shared, where I really don't think it has so much to do alone with like who you are isn't so much what you do as is, in my opinion, what you think. And I'd like to speak on that. So I've had experiences in my life with people whom I love deeply, who I still love deeply, who would have this experience of rage, right? They would snap, they would yell, they would whatever, right? My dad is one of them. And what I think is more relevant than the snapping and the yelling is what one thinks of their behavior, right? So if someone snaps and treats me a certain way, I believe that who they are has more to do with what they think about the choice that they've made. I don't even know that it was necessarily a choice at that point, right? If you're functioning from this compulsive action, or what, right? So it was interesting because somebody commented on my video and they were like, well, what if somebody murders someone else? Like, that's not who they are? And I replied, and they didn't answer, but I replied with, well, what I want to know essentially is, like, what did they think about that? You know, what was their intention behind doing that? Because if you are in a place where your life is being threatened or someone innocent is being threatened, right, and you make a judgment call and your intention isn't to take a life, right, but to protect life, that's a very, very different behavior, right, than just, for the sake of it. The other thing is, if you make a decision from a place that is not integrated, right, and then you look back upon that with relative immediance, that you realizing that, like, having remorse or guilt or pain or mixed feelings even, like I did what I felt I had to do, but also this is horrific and I hate it. So that's something I'm trying to share about, because I myself have dealt with a lot of, I've acted out a lot of compulsive behavior, right? Like I've dealt with addictive behaviors, particularly within relationships. And my compulsive behavior, while that's relevant to who I am and where I'm at, who I am is what I think of that. Like, I think, therefore I am, right? It's not like I do, therefore I am. Everybody does shit. But what do you think about it? That's who you are.